What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast with Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by Choops. How you doing? I know that things got a little intense there before we went live. I apologize.
I'm a dipshit. How are you? Not very nice.
It was not. It was almost a reflex how easy that came out.
It was a little scary. What episode is this?
162.
We're already getting tired of each other. Oh boy.
Probably that was probably the meanest I'd been to you before we got on air in a while, and I apologize. It's
You should.
Trying to
nice.
Get stuff
We're
uploaded,
a wholesome
get
community.
Downloaded. We try to be, and that was not very wholesome of me. I apologize.
Hey, what are you wearing?
Oh, I am glad that you asked. I am wearing the brand new tank top from the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'll move the microphone out of the way.
There you go. Let's actually see it. Thank you.
Sneak peek there.
There you go.
Make sure to support our merch store. Here is the link. We've got t-shirts. We've got tanks. We've got beanies, not hats. I always do that. And then hoodies. So, support our store. Everything that we earn goes right back into the production of this. And how could I forget mine as well? You want quick little cheers? Clink. Don't even have any water in it? Nothing?
No, nothing.
Oh, well, what you going to do? As always, make sure to follow mainevent_net on all social media platforms. Something else that we get to tell people, we're going to SummerSlam. We got our tickets.
We are.
Getting to hang out with the On The Mark podcast guys and having some main event moves over WrestleMania weekend, or not WrestleMania, SummerSlam weekend. Going to WrestleCon. That's what I was thinking of. There
Tony
we go.
Khan.
Better?
That's right.
No, come on. Leave him out of this.
Nick Khan.
There we go. Jolly old Saint Nick.
Yep. And the main event guys and
the podcast mom.
We acknowledge you.
We do acknowledge you.
Happy birthday.
King Chris is going to try to get his tickets. He's a little upset that I forgot to tell him that we were getting them today. So that's
oh my
me,
God. You upset the king?
He'll be fine.
What is wrong with you?
Like I have known the king for close to 10 years at this point. It's fine.
Yeah, but right? I haven't. You represent me in this, and
yeah. Well, you know what? It's
King
fine.
Chris.
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry. I will get him in.
You have his number too. Okay.
But we're live. I can say it right now. Okay. I am sorry for what Eric has done to you. He has besmirched the king.
Is it lonely on your pedestal?
No, there's plenty of people here.
Well, whatever. Anyway, guys, make sure to hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to hit that QR code. If you know one person to share this podcast with, please do. I mean, we're just trying to grow this community and have some fun at the same time. I think that's all I've got in the way of plugs right now. Let's see. Buy this. Beanies, not hats. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow mainevent_net. I'm missing anything else?
QR code, one friend.
I already said that one a couple of times. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
You did.
Monday Night Raw in the books. First round matches for King and Queen of the Ring taking place. You have that field up yet still, or if not, I'll pull it up real quick. Yep. Okay. Because this was
men's or women's.
Let's start on the men's side, mostly because we saw an instant classic in Ricochet and Ilja Dragunov take place last night. Ilja's first official match as a member of the Raw roster, taking on the WWE Speed Champion, which they did not mention until he actually got in the ring and started his match. At least give him a championship graphic, something.
Did he come out with the belt? I can't remember.
He did not.
Well, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Did you see his promo afterwards, though?
I did. Heel Ricochet incoming?
I mean, it'd be a way to freshen him up.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think that this is the time to see what they have in him as far as a heel. He's kind of played the same character since he got to NXT, and that was 2019, 2018.
Yeah. Although I don't know how much he'd have to change his in-ring style.
I don't think
high flyers are not typically heels, but we'll see. Yeah, Ilja, big win. They changed up the bracket. I don't know if you saw that too. Where Ilja will be now facing Jey Uso in the next round.
Oh, instead of Gunther, because they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
Yeah. That would have been way too soon for these guys to mix it up. And I know that you've been very vocal about that.
I have. I mean, I do want to see it, but I have. It's but yeah, probably. And Gunther and Sheamus was also very, very good.
Oh yeah,
two really, really good matches. Sheamus and Finn Balor was fine. A typical kind of Raw TV match, nothing special.
Yeah, we've seen
nothing terrible.
Yeah, we've seen that one at least 3 or 4 times this year, and that's not even counting any tag team matches that they had. So that's kind of an autopilot sort of night for them, which was what it was. I think
this is a little disappointing. They just plugged Jey Uso in there. I was maybe hoping for somebody else, but
okay. Who would you have picked?
Dijak.
It's fair.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, there you go. Dijak. Like, what? Debut him like that. Like, why not?
Yeah.
What about Braun?
That was another interesting. I mean, they
wasn't even on
kind of. Yes, he was.
Was he? Did I miss this match again?
So he did not have a match. He actually was backstage and did confront Scrap Daddy AP, asking, "Why am I not in the King of the Ring?" Adam Pearce said, "I got another plan for you. Let's talk about it in my office." So,
whatever that means.
Yeah, I mean that literally could mean anything, yes. But at least for the purposes of him not being in the tournament, they at least had some continuity with something like that. Very meta.
Like I said, it's just kind of disappointing. Like you just said, it's kind of we've seen this match before. It's almost like Becky Lynch winning the title was break glass in case of emergency, and they had to know Drew wasn't going to be cleared. I don't know. Yeah, Jey Uso winning's fine. I wonder if originally Finn was going to win. I don't know. Maybe that's why the bracket changed a little bit as well. But it's fine. Everything's good. And then Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio will be on a house show because they did not have enough TV time for all these matches.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since there was an episode of Raw that had this many matches in one night. I mean, because they did work men's and women's tournaments. Most everybody got at least some shine, or at least there was a highlight or some sort of pre-tape. If they didn't have a match, then much like we saw with Kofi, that was a bit of an odd one for me.
Yeah, it was.
That was. He didn't necessarily need to be brooding about. I can understand wanting to win the tournament for Woods. Like I get that completely, but it just felt so like such a departure. Kingston. Exactly, especially when this isn't you going up against Kaiser or
a heel.
Kaiser.
Just a heel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean this is going up against Rey Mysterio, one of all-time greats. You guys have they've probably wrestled at some point in their WWE careers for sure, but this was it just seemed a little darker than what we usually get from Kofi here.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed because I did want to see that match. Hopefully, maybe they upload it on YouTube or something and we can see it. But that was one of the matches where I think I mentioned yesterday, like I was pretty interested to see that match because I don't know if they have wrestled before. That would have been a fun styles clash that they have. So, but
yeah, for sure.
If you had to cut one of them, it's probably that one. You wanted to get the Jey Uso entrance. You wanted to continue the story with Finn. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
So let's break down real quick. Kofi or Ray?
Yeah, sure.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna go Kofi.
Okay, Kofi or Gunther?
Gunther.
Yeah, and then Ilja and Jey. We think Jay's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think Jay's going to win.
Yeah.
I think Jay's going to win.
Yeah. I think if we're gonna try to continue the main event push, then this kind of needs to be the next part of it. Even if he's not going to win championships, at least get him close to an accolade. And that's not to say that we can't see some additional bloodline involvement in the further he advances in this story, especially depending on what we see in the Friday brackets. Just
yeah, I think it was a good little tease. I think we continue the teases. I don't think you do anything quite yet, but
okay.
I think maybe another tease would be good. Like that was a good first kind of Jay's kind of like what's going on kind of thing. Also trying to like stay out of the business of the bloodline because he knows what that means to him and what he can get wrapped up with. So I would say I don't want them to cost him anything quite yet. You're on mute.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus. 150 episodes and we're doing this.
162. You know what?
And you're still muting your mic. Jesus.
Excuse me if I feel myself yawning or about to cough and don't necessarily want to project that on our listeners / viewers.
Well, don't do any of it.
Right
How
with
about
you?
that? Am I boring you?
You're starting to piss me off is what you're starting to do.
Good. Bring it on. I'll meet you out in the yard.
What?
Yeah. Women's side, Io Sky defeated Natalya. Thank God.
You say that like there was like you really thought there was a chance that Natty was going to win.
You never know, man. Natty has 17 Guinness World Records, none of them for any championships.
6.
Whatever. Dakota Kai replaced Asuka pretty late, and Lyra ends up winning that one. Which when they announced Dakota, I was like, okay, Lyra's going to probably win this one.
Yeah.
And then Zoey Stark and Ivy Nile had a match.
They did. Oh, you can keep going. I was just trying to encourage people to buy the mug.
They had a match.
It was not great.
It was
not my favorite. It just that's one you could have saved for the live event.
Yeah, like I would have rather seen Shayna than Zelina.
Yeah. It stinks for both of these performers because they should be doing. Good. I mean, she's insanely talented. It just seems like since she got to the main roster, she has just floundered. Singles hasn't worked. Tag team with Shayna has basically fizzled out. You got a program with Trish Stratus, and didn't really get the. I mean that, but you didn't get the return on that. Really, there could have been at least a one-on-one match there, but there was really just kind of that final and kick you in the face and move on.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe that's kind of her role, is that kind of bodyguard role, and that's okay. If it fits, it fits. But the women's side, I'm not gonna lie, a little disappointing. Not as exciting as I thought it would be. We're gonna move on to the next round. Lyra and Zoey.
Lyra for sure.
I would have to think so.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, former NXT Women's Champion. I mean, her first night on Raw, she's helping clear the house of damage control with Becky Lynch. Like, there's very clearly going to be more between those two as at least the summer goes on. So, I think it's safe to say Lyra goes over there.
Shayna or Zelina? I think you and I both said Shayna.
Yeah. I don't necessarily see back-to-back Queen in the ring.
Shayna or Io? Probably Io.
Io, yeah.
I would assume Io is going to be in the finals.
Yeah, I would even be willing to assume she wins it all.
Really?
I would.
Without even seeing the SmackDown side yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I got to see the SmackDown side first.
That's fair.
Because if they throw a Jade Cargill or somebody in there, I mean, come on.
Okay. If for some reason they put Jade Cargill in, then I will,
I mean, you got to assume Nia Jax will be in there, so that's another one that you could easily. You could easily have her win, and the winner gets a title shot whenever they want. I mean, what better way to get a challenger for Bayley than that? So,
sorry.
Real quick, let's go over. They announced the other half of the bracket for the men's. Didn't do it for the women's for whatever reason.
Let's hear it.
AJ Styles, Randy Orton. Okay. I'll take that any day of the week. That's fine.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck? Even looking at it, I'm like, oh. I've liked Baron Corbin over the last few months, but
yeah,
I have no interest in watching Baron Corbin in a singles match.
Fine,
not at all.
Sure.
LA Knight and Santos Escobar.
LA Knight wins. Yeah,
maybe. And then Bobby Lashley and Tama Tonga.
See, I think that this would behoove them to at least have Tama Tonga advance to the next round. Mm-hmm. Because it also would depend on where the placement of Styles and Orton is, because I could see Orton still. I mean, this RKO versus Bloodline story isn't ending anytime soon, I think, anyway. That was just kind of the beginning of Backlash. So I could see their paths crossing again for King of the Ring, or, again, the bad blood just spills over and somebody costs somebody their opportunity.
Yeah. Now that we have the final bracket for the men, I think the finals will be Gunther and Randy Orton.
Oh,
something we haven't seen and something I want to see.
A lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
I don't know how many chops Randy's going to take.
I mean, come on, look at the stuff he did at Backlash. He got pretty physical.
I know, but I don't know how many chops Randy's going to take.
I think
he might do let's get one out of the way, kid, and then see what happens.
I think he'll take one for the team. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. I think Tama Tonga will beat Lashley and go on to face LA Knight, and I think that's how you get LA Knight into that Bloodline RKO KO story.
You can just say RKO. At least put a little pause after it.
I'm Mr. Kennedy, so I double everything I say.
All right.
You okay?
Okay. That's
all right?
Ned Flanders sounding shit right there.
Mr. Kennedy, but it's fine. We are wrestling junkies. That's cool. What else on Raw happened? Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed will have a match at King of the Ring.
Yeah. Does Sami win this match?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't necessarily think we need a lengthy Sami Zayn title. I know, again, new era. I get it. But
you dare.
Maybe I just want to see Chad Gable and or Bronson Reed with the Intercontinental title. Excuse me.
It's not going to happen yet. Not in Saudi, because he's going to be.
I know, over
he's going to be huge over there. So, and then Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan for the women's world title. This one, I could see a title change.
Liv's going to take that belt from Becky and then take Rhea's man. It's just, yeah.
I could see it. I love
messy as hell, and I like it.
I love what they did with Liv last night, too. Getting ready to get attacked by Damage Control, and she's like, not my problem.
Bye. Yeah.
That was a nice little wrinkle into her evolution as a character. And I like that. She's always kind of played that hero role, and now she's like, nope, don't care.
Not my pig, not my farm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can think of a better reference. That's fine.
Not my monkey, not my zoo.
It's okay, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Now you're getting out of control.
My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Is that better?
Yeah. Shout out to Mike Bennett. We don't know who the daddy is, but it's all right. I remember that storyline. I'm a wrestling junkie.
What is up with you today?
What are you talking about? You don't remember that storyline?
No, I know. I remember that storyline. That's why I'm laughing at it. Yeah,
it's great. It was a great storyline. We still don't know who that is.
Likely Bobby Lashley, but
Jesus, Bobby, stop getting with other people's wives. Relax.
Oh, dude. That's right. Yeah. Because then there was that whole wedding, and then Liv comes down and crashes it. Of all people,
What a time! Holy crap, that was. Yeah. Ooh, I'm so happy we're in the new era, and I will say that out loud.
No, it is a new era, isn't it? They won't let us forget.
Nope, they won't. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna let you go.
Man,
it's your favorite wrestler. So
I cannot wait for these guys to actually. I cannot wait for the bell to ring for that match. I can't, because it's just going to be chaos. And we'll kind of see how, because they haven't really announced the rest of the pay-per-view schedule after Bash in Berlin, have they? I mean, we know Survivor Series is coming, but we haven't heard anything about October, and we know there won't be a December one. But I would like to see this feud get the Hell in a Cell treatment this year. I think that, they've done more than enough to lock these two in there, and it'd be a fun match. I mean, again, the fact that they've been able to build this rivalry just on the microphone alone, and then a couple of little sneak attacks here and there in the WrestleMania cash in,
yeah,
it's some good shit, pal.
Punk made a couple of references last night, being a choke artist.
Yes, he did.
That was funny, I guess. Yeah,
leave it alone. Yeah,
I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to see the match. I don't know. Now with Drew on the shelf, looks like for a minute, we don't know what that looks like. Yeah. But well, I want to see the match. Punk's been out there the last couple of weeks without the brace, so you would have to assume that he's closer to coming back to the ring than we think. But again, what does Drew's injury look like? Hopefully that doesn't hurt his Clash of the Castle entrance or just involvement on the card. Like I'm sure they'll get him on the card, but it's still a little.
So I mean, the fact that he's on TV, that's a good sign for sure. And he was just wearing kind of. I mean, it wasn't even like a bulky elbow brace. It was really just a pad,
like an ace bandage.
Exactly. So I mean, it sucks in the short term. With there being about 3 weeks away from King and Queen in the ring, but
that card doesn't need him though.
Not in particular, especially when realistically, first time match at Clash of the Castle between McIntyre and Punk, which I think is kind of where we're headed. I would keep Drew out of the tournament for the purposes of knowing that we're going to get that main event match to probably build something to Money in the Bank and then SummerSlam.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam.
Ooh,
I like that.
You did there.
I'd be happy with that.
That'd be cool.
I've never seen a Hell in a Cell, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I almost did. I was going to go to the SummerSlam in Indy, but I don't think I could afford
it. That's all right.
Edge and Taker.
We're going this year.
We are going this year. In your favorite stadium of all time.
Don't do that.
It's so much better than the dump that we have here. All right. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, okay. I mean, I've never been to that stadium, so I wouldn't know. But I did hear a rumor that the Bengals did express interest in hosting SummerSlam this year, but
fix your stadium. Then. Seriously, seriously.
I agree with you,
but it's not just the Bengals stadium. It's also our arena. Our arena sucks.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dump.
It's so bad. Do you remember when we went to Indy and you were like, "Holy crap"?
Yeah,
that's an arena. What we have is from like the 90s. And not in a good way. There's no nostalgia to it. It's just an old building with shitty audio. Trust me. I've seen plenty of concerts there, and it's impossible to hear anything.
I was going to say, I think... it's Great American that Green Day is coming to this year.
Great American would be a great place to have it, though. Great American's a nice ballpark.
AJR will be at...
What?
Yeah, sorry. I was saying AJR will be at Heritage this summer, too, and I'm sort of looking for that. What?
Just from me going to concerts at that arena, it's not great. It's not great. Also, the FC Cincinnati Stadium. That
would be such a fun one, especially with the pitch across the street. Yeah,
it'd be a fun one.
Yeah,
but they're not.
Maybe we got started. Hey, maybe we start a petition. I mean, come on, soccer state. That would be cool for like a. For like a major Raw or SmackDown, like if they were to do something to give it kind of some sub branding the way the AEW does with you say draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, thank you. Okay. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Especially with it going with all these PLEs going international. I'm going to take anything coming to the Midwest.
Yep.
And I'm going to love it no matter what. Because I think we're looking at the model where the Big Five will be in North America.
Yeah,
I'm going to include Canada in that. I'm going to include Money in the Bank as part of that Big Five.
Sure,
but like everything else, I would think it's going to be international moving forward.
I know it really is the end of an era,
but they're making so much money.
I know.
I mean, so much money.
It hurts the heart to hear, though. It's almost like my heart got Sweet Chin Music and then turned right around to a pedigree.
Yeah. But then we're gonna kick out because it's in Cleveland. So
it is in Cleveland.
When do you think they run Wembley?
That's a great question.
Can they, or does AEW have an exclusive agreement?
I don't know. I certainly haven't heard anything in terms of an exclusive agreement, but I think that if you do run Wembley, it's WrestleMania.
Because don't they have a soccer team?
Yeah.
Are they out of Wembley?
Fulham? I'm not sure. You're asking the wrong guy, bud. If anybody watching knows the answer to that, please
let me know, because I thought it was something where they had a deal with Wembley. I don't know.
Who knows?
But I mean, there's other arenas over there that they could do, like the O2. I think is over there still. Yeah, it'll be interesting. WrestleMania's in Vegas. That's fun.
Gonna be expensive.
Yeah. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a great time. Podcast Dad might not be able to make it to Vegas.
That's okay. That's fine.
But you'll have a great time.
Any final thoughts on Monday Night roster?
Not any off the top of my head. Kind of it was a fine Raw.
Yeah.
I think tournaments are tough. Tournaments are pretty tough. I will say that. Let's look at tonight what we have on NXT real quick while I have it.
Trick Williams, of course, Supernova Sessions.
Of course you will.
What?
King.
Yeah.
Of course he will.
He should be. Shayna Baszler takes on Carmen Petrovic.
Okay.
Mishin takes on Ariana Grace.
I do like Ariana Grace.
And
Chelsea Green and Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title.
I did see that too. That'll be a fun one.
And Wes Lee has his in-ring return against Josh Briggs.
That was quick.
Yes.
Good for him.
And they also have. We take a look. I'm reading this tweet. We take a look at the NXT Women's North American Championship Combine. The hell is that?
I don't know. They're trying to be edgy and unique, and I'll keep them open mind. But I think it's gonna do it for us today, bud.
Oh yeah, well that's good. Good pod. Good pod. Yeah. We're a little low key today after you were so mean to me.
I will. Okay. I'm sorry. I was getting a little frustrated at the T word there for a second, and that's not my fault. But it all worked out, okay?
So it's my fault?
No, you were just caught in the crossfire.
Took it out on me.
You were caught in the crossfire. I apologize, okay?
You need to learn how to be nice to your partner in crime. You think I would ever take it out on the podcast, Mom?
That's going to do it for us.
No, because she beat my ass. See you guys.
I was going to spare you that, but thank you guys so much. As always, hit the QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be back.
Our QR code won't take you to a creepy video.
Got like 2 minutes to finish this up. Can I do that, please? No, I'm trying to keep us on track here, and you're not helping. Hit the QR code. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 for Wind Down Wednesday. We'll talk a little bit of Dynamite as it's happening live and recap NXT. Buy a shirt. Buy a mug, buy a tank top, buy a beanie, not a hat because we don't have those, but I think that we should because we talk about them enough. For the podcast dad of Mr. Cincinnati, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.